Alrighty, hello and welcome to Take the Stage. We have Munchie Alexander here with us today.
Hello.
So, what got you, tell us a little bit about what got you into music. Why are you where you are today?
Let's see, about 6-7 years ago, on my birthday, my dad bought me a guitar, and
So you've only been playing for 7 years.
roughly, yeah, and I've had a few projects here and there, but I mean, it's been pretty constant. I've never really put it down. It's always been something that I've really been interested in. My dad has always played guitar growing up and singing little songs and stuff. And I don't know, I always wanted to, I hold my dad up really high. I really love my dad.
He's a big, definitely you would consider him a big
Oh,
advocate as to where you are today.
He's the biggest influence on me.
Okay. Do you have any inspiration? What inspires you? Nature?
Sure.
Artists?
I mean, definitely. I mean, I'm always running outside. I'm never inside my house. I mean, I always want to.
Kind of street rat, you consider yourself?
Definitely. I mean, I was kicked out of the house a lot when I was growing up.
And
yeah, I mean, me and my mom didn't get along too well. So I mean, we always butt heads, and she'd kick me out. And first thing I'd always grab is a pair of shoes, skateboard, and a guitar. And I would just go sit in the park for hours on end and just play and play and play. And when I'm at home, I'm locking myself in my room and playing and playing and playing. And there's, if I have anything to do with it, there's always a guitar with me.
Do you have messages in your music, like?
I mean, sure. I mean,
like feeling towards it.
Everybody
what you want to express, get somebody, maybe help somebody through their issues that
definitely.
are definitely reflecting what you're going through.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has some sort of message that they would convey. I like to think so anyway. My stuff tends to be a little more narrative than anything. It's more about telling a story. It's more about not necessarily getting a message across, but writing about where I've been, and hopefully somebody out there will hear my stuff and can relate to it. And here's my stories.
I mean, myself as an artist, really, if I'm doing something, I mean, if just one person at least, just one person, if I can just kind of change their train of thought into how they think of something, then, I mean, what I did, that aspect of what I did is just, it did its job, basically.
Right.
So, I mean, that's kind of where you're at, it seems like. Do you have a particular style, maybe, that you tend to trickle towards?
I've never had a single lesson in my life. I'm all 100% self-taught. And I don't know. I mean, my style is just basically what I've grown up listening to is really just an accumulation of all of it. I listened to, growing up, my dad didn't play anything but blues and Motown and tons of different kinds of music. I mean,
so you say Motown. What kind of bands then really have shaped where you are today?
Al Green, The Temptations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So way back then.
Definitely.
You got quite a history of knowledge. What about the Chili Peppers? I've heard that you like them, and I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers very much so. Very much so. I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So they're definitely in my heart as far as music goes. Tell me something that I could just get on my knees and give you big fat kisses in places that we'll not even speak of right now about the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers are definitely top 5 favorite bands of all time. The way that I see the Chili Peppers is they're the epitome of a supergroup. I mean, Chad Smith, perfect at what he does. John Frusciante /
everybody in that band
Josh.
is the component that is needed to form
Exactly.
the molecule to explode in our faces and just make us cream in our pants.
That's eventually what I want to be. Is I want to be somebody who influences people. I want to
You want to be a part of the chain reaction that just brings everybody.
Exactly. I want to jump in on that
down the
domino
same
effect. Right.
That's awesome. I really like that a lot. Let's see. What about your writing style? I want to know a little bit about your writing style. How do you get into the zone to the point to where you can, better for yourself anyway, because I know everybody has different trails that they tread. How do you write the music that you perform for people?
Well, I started writing songs and really from the beginning. As soon as I could sing along with my guitar playing, I've been trying to write music, and I mean, well, basically, it starts out as poetry. I always write lyrics first, music comes second.
I've always felt the same way, actually.
And it's just poetry. It's expression. It's all about what you're feeling, and you bring the instruments along to follow what you're speaking about.
If there's not a feeling behind the music that you're making, then don't make it at all. Unless you want people to party and get drunk and just the normal, what it seems to be nowadays that most people tend to accumulate around themselves. Basically, yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
Right on.
Let's see. What about? Do you have any particular kind of guitars that you play? Do you have a beautiful?
This is an Ovation Celebrity.
Okay.
And
standing ovation, which is what you deserve, correct?
Well,
I guess we'll find out, right?
Well, this is there's
like
quite
the
a
woodwork in the guitar.
there's quite a story behind this guitar, actually. Well, there's quite a story behind this guitar. My dad had a friend that he met in jail, and
jail.
They got out and they kept their friendship going, and my dad went with him to buy this guitar. He wanted an Ovation, and turns out he got deported. My dad's friend.
Mexico?
No, Philippines. And my dad called him and said, "Hey, you want your guitar? I'll send it to you." And he says, "No, keep it." And my dad, he's always told me that I've excelled much farther than he'd ever wished to
imagine.
And he said it wouldn't be right if he kept it, and he handed it on over to me. I
We
traded
wouldn't be
him.
here today if it weren't for your dad.
That's right.
That is awesome.
He's always had my back, especially supporting me with music and art.
Seemed to be the staple of the table that stands on four legs. Okay. What else should we cover? Sounds about like we have a good accumulation of where you stand, how you feel. You have anything else you'd like to share with your public? I mean,
well,
something you think maybe that a message that young artists today could follow, artists that might not know exactly as far as confidence goes, where to start, where they're going to end up. I mean, what do you think?
Personally, I always thought that anyone can play guitar, and everybody just go out there,
trial and error.
pick up.
It does take time.
Definitely, and it's
not a quick process.
It's a painstaking.
It's
a painstaking thing. Learning how to pick up an instrument and play it, but
you gotta want it.
You have to commit. Definitely.
It's like everything in life. If you don't want it, you're not gonna get it.
And
for the right reason.
Get out there. Get out there. Play your music if you want to be an artist. Write your own music. Use your influences, but don't try to be somebody. Be yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I like that.
Write your own music.
Awesome.
Right where you've been, and hopefully someone out there can reach out and connect to you.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Well, this has been a nice time having you on our show, Munchie Alexander. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I hope to see you in progress further into the minds of our brains, and to sleeping us with beautiful music that you produce from your mind.
My mind.
Alrighty. From your